again for another video. This time though, I was thinking about doing something a little different. I really enjoyed the movie reaction videos, and I'm sure I'm going to make more of those, but at the moment, I've been kind of in the mood for certain movies lately, and I've noticed that, like, sometimes I really want to watch a drama, sometimes I really want to watch an action film, sometimes I really want to watch, like, even a romance or something. At the moment, though, I'm kind of into comedies, and I've been rewatching a lot of the movies I've already seen when I was younger, and I just really want to talk about specific ones. And at this moment in time, I'm really thinking about talking about one of my favorites that I just rewatched with a friend of mine, 40-Year-Old Virgin. And I don't want to basically give a review on it. Well, I do want to give a review on it because it is kind of like a comedy classic right now. I mean, it's been out for a long time and I think it still holds up. I just want to talk about it and basically just go around and see all the reasons why it still holds up till this day. Because I feel like it was just as funny the last time, like when I first watched it, than I did the other day. So yeah, let's talk about it. Recently I just watched 40-Year-Old Virgin again at my house with another friend who wanted to watch a comedy, and he hasn't seen it in a long time as well as I haven't. So we thought we'd put it on, rewatch it, and it's a Judd Apatow movie, so his movies run a little long, so I think it was longer than most comedies would be. I feel every scene was important to not be taken out of the film, and that's why I feel it ran so long, because like sometimes you see movies and you see that, oh, this movie is too long and there's a lot that could have been taken out to make it a lot shorter and not needed to be in the film. But for a movie like The 40-Year-Old Virgin, I feel like every scene was critical to make it as funny as it was. But yeah, the movie stars Steve Carell, Catherine Keener, Paul Rudd, Romney Malco, Seth Rogen, Elizabeth Banks, she plays a funny character actually, Leslie Mann, who is Judd Apatow's wife, by the way. I don't think I knew that until fairly recently, maybe a year or two back, because he puts her in all his movies basically, so kind of should have put two and two together back then, but it also stars Jane Lynch. She's funny. Oh yeah, Jonah. It doesn't star Jonah Hill, but I think that was one of his first cameos that I've seen him in a movie, and he plays a really funny role where he's in Catherine Keener's store is We Sell It on eBay, and Jonah Hill makes an appearance as one of the people who wants to buy something there. And it's just, if you haven't seen the clip, you should watch it. It's hilarious. Oh, and Kat Dennings as Catherine Keener's daughter. She's also not a big role, but she's been in a fair amount of stuff. She's also in that TV show I've never watched, but I know it was kind of popular when it was on. I don't know if it still is. But yeah, 40-Year-Old Virgin, it's basically about a guy who is 40 and still a virgin. So, I mean, let's give you the rundown. He goes out, he's not really a talkative guy, he's kind of a loner, but he works at this Best Buy-like shop. And so these three guys need an extra player for their card game at night. So they think, why not invite Steve's character? So they ask him, and one thing leads to another. They go out at night, they start talking, and then I guess they just start talking about their first times and stuff, and when they've been with a woman. Oh, it's the nastiest time you've ever been with a woman. And so they asked Steve, and he didn't want to give it up, but then I think they started throwing in chips and raising him, and so he had to make up a story. So that's when they find out that he's still a virgin. So the whole movie is basically having these three guys try to get him laid for the first time, Steve Carell. And it just leads to a lot of funny, comedic, slapstick, dumb things in Steve's life. I mean, I feel like that's probably the most fun he's had for his 40 years of life. He seemed in the movie before he started hanging out with the guys, kind of a uneventful life. It wasn't really a great life before he started hanging out with these guys. So, my review of the movie is, I feel like this is the type of movie you could put on any day of the week and get a good laugh out of it. And I feel like it's probably, I think it might be my favorite Judd Apatow movie. No, now I take that back. It's up there, okay? It's up there as one of my favorite comedies. Probably like top 15. Yeah, because I mean, like, it's just like so rewatchable. Like, there's some movies that you don't want to rewatch and stuff like that, but not 40-Year-Old Virgin. It just makes you crack up every time you put it on. I mean, no matter how many times you watch it. I really just thought while watching this that it poses a good startup for me to start this new commentary of me reviewing films that I am in the mood for, and hopefully recommending them to you guys and seeing if you guys have never watched these movies. Maybe you'll get a kick out of it as much as I have, and maybe you'll even love them, and it might be your favorite movie, who knows. But I just thought it would be great to start this new series that I'm about to do, and that is basically just telling you about certain movies that I'm in the mood for, and hopefully you guys will like them as much as I do. See, I've never really watched The Office, so this was my first introduction to Steve Carell and his acting, because I think by the time this came out, he was just starting off in The Office, because I think they started around the same time. They both came out in 2005. So cause my friend who I watched it with, he's a huge fan of The Office, and he told me while we were watching this, he can't picture Steve Carell in any other role except the one he was in The Office. But 40-Year-Old Virgin is the only exception to seeing him in a different perspective or role. The movie has a great supporting cast, and I think that's another reason why I love this movie so much, because they play off one another. And just like Paul Rudd, Seth Rogen, and Romney Malco, they play off one another, and they just banter and do dumb stuff, like the whole scene where if you haven't seen it, there's a scene in Steve's apartment, and Paul Rudd and Seth Rogen are there and they're playing Mortal Kombat, and they start this whole banter about, you can't say this nowadays because like it wouldn't fly in movies anymore or TV, but they were having this whole banter about why they think each other is gay. And they just start saying about, like, you know how I know you're gay, or you know how I know you're gay, and just stuff like that. And just like they play off one another, and it proves to and shows that it plays well on screen and gives good comedic banter. So it's really funny to see that type of acting go on screen, and showing that two actors can play off one another and give good scenes together. I mean, Paul Rudd and Seth Rogen are like comedic gold whenever they're on screen. They're hilarious. So it just goes to show that they have always had it. But the movie is just so outlandish, because just to see the lengths the friends are trying to get him to lose his virginity, from like from saying absolutely nothing to this one girl who works in a bookstore and just like asking her questions and seeing if it will work and getting her number, to going on speed dating with all of them all together, and they get dressed up during their break. I mean, their lunch break. I mean, that's like 30 minutes, or yeah, at most 30-minute lunch break. So they just instead of having lunch, that's what they do. It's just, and they lock them one time in a video room in a Best Buy like store where they work at, and they just lock him in the room, and in the background the movie they're playing is on. So it's just really hilarious. Honestly, I don't think it would happen there's nothing not realistic about it. I mean, like, he gets his chest waxed. I mean, I feel a lot of men do that too. So it's just like the length they went, and he went. I mean, even Steve Carell had his chest really waxed for the movie to give a real reaction. It's just hilarious. But I think the main goal of this movie is to show that, because there's this one girl that he really likes in the movie, and that's Catherine Keener's character. And he really likes her. He meets her in his store where he works at, the Best Buy like store. And they hit it off automatically, and she gives him her number, and he doesn't know quite what to do with it. And all the guys are saying, "Oh, that's great, you got a number, that's got a number." And he asks when he should call her, and they're all like, "When's the next Olympics?" So they're saying that he shouldn't go for her at first. He should like knock out a couple of girls that he really doesn't care about first before he gets to the one he really truly cares about. Which automatically you can see that he doesn't want to do that, but he thinks in his mind that they know best and they've been around for a while, so he just goes with what they say, and it just leads him down a path of very outrageous, outlandish things. But like I was saying, I think what this movie is trying to teach us is that you don't really need to change who you are on the inside to be happy. I mean, maybe it's not the main topic of this movie, but it's what I got out of it. Because, like, he was being himself when he talked to Catherine Keener's character. He was just being old Steve Carell, 40-year-old virgin. So, all the other times he was talking to other women in the movie, he was being someone else. He was playing a role. And that proved to not get him anywhere. So in the end of the movie, he finally gets married to Catherine Keener's character, and it shows that if you wait long enough, you can be with the right woman, have the right house, right job, be happy, and not change a goddamn thing about you, which I really can agree with. And I think it's a great moral to go by. It's just, you gotta be patient, I guess. Alright guys, so this is gonna be me wrapping up the video. 40-Year-Old Virgin definitely holds up. Still a classic comedy. You should definitely check it out. I give it like a 7.0, 7.1, which is pretty high for a comedy. I really think it is a classic, and I think it's hilarious, and it's definitely a movie you should check out if you're over 17, because it's rated R. Just remember that. I don't know whoever's watching if you're under 17 or anything, but just putting it out there. Yeah, so this is going to be a short little video, not going to be as long as my movie viewing videos. So I just wanted to fill you guys in on a great comedy movie I thought everybody would enjoy if you have not seen it yet. But until next time, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm probably going to keep hashing out a few of these here and there, and I just feel like these movies that I've been in the mood for, and I feel like you guys would enjoy it too. That's basically it, and I hope you guys do. Let me know if you have ever seen The 40-Year-Old Virgin and where you rank it among all your favorite comedy movies. And also, what is a movie that is kind of like a guilt or pleasure for you? Because maybe I've seen it and maybe I would like to talk about it, or maybe rewatch it and then talk about it. I mean, it's always poses good ideas for new content, right? So yeah, just let me know, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, peace.